Hi, I'm Cam.
I'm Jacob.
You may know us if you're a friend of ours. Otherwise, probably
Or
not.
from Facebook.
Yeah. Or if you Facebook stalk us at all, yeah. People do that, don't they? The other night, quite drunk, we made a bet. One of us thought it would be a fantastic idea to challenge the other one to a moustache
More of
growing
a gentleman's
contest.
agreement than a
A
bet.
gentleman's agreement. Something of a duel, really, if we want to get super badass about it.
I suppose so.
A moustache duel. And whoever can not grow the best moustache, the loser of this gentleman's duel, has to have a full body wax. All of it. Do you have hairy toes?
I don't know. Nah, not
Fuck you, I've got hairy toes. So I really wish I hadn't suggested this in front of witnesses. Basically the rules are we're going to be judged by an external panel of 10 to 15 or however. What are we calling this? I like moustache duel. I want to get the word duel in there.
Nah, I want like the mustachioed musketeers munging on manly mink.
This is long. Mink.
Motherfuckers.
Battle of the...
Battle of the lip brows. Battle of the hair bulge. You know.
We'll think of that and
Mink.
we'll update you.
Mink.
You're stuck on mink, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a nice word.
That's a problem.
Your first memory of a moustache might have been when you were just a wee lad or a wee lass in your father's bathroom. You probably looked at him, gazing up into the mirror, lovingly, with a bit of fluff on his upper lip. However, I can assure you that the history of the moustache dates back far further than your shitty two-bedroom house that your father had to support. It goes back much further than just your bathroom. In fact, indeed, right back through the ages to before the beginning of human history.
In fact, the earliest recorded mention of a moustache is literally the beginning of time itself. Genesis, chapter 1, part 1, verse 1, section 1, subsection B. And lo, upon his face, betwixt his mouth and nose, there was a glorious flowing of hair. And by this sign you shall know him as your God.
Whatever your colour or creed or belief system, I can assure you that moustaches are littered throughout the annals of human endeavours and history.
Come with us now as we take a walk through the pages of time and learn a little bit more about that glorious upper lip covering known as a moustache.
A map. A map. This is an important tool to a map. What an important tool that we can utilise to first pinpoint the origins of the moustache. The moustache, in fact, if you didn't already realise this, began around about here on Earth.
The tribes of ancient Sumeria referred to a moustache as Wakikipu Patu Patu Patau, or Thomas for short, which in their language meant a small beetle, greens minister, healthy building, papaya fruit, or hybrid car. They would use the overwhelming power of a moustache to achieve complete military superiority, which is why there are still vestiges of the Sumerian Empire alive and well today.
Benjamin Franklin recognised the power of the moustache. When he was opening up the United States of America with his friends, he said, "Give me a very small but luscious beard brush, or give me death." In this way, he was referring to the fact that the power of the moustache had to be controlled, kept maintained. Otherwise, well, history would tell what the consequences would be.
Perhaps the finest example of proper moustache care and maintenance was the great warrior known as Charlie Chaplin. His signature toothbrush moustache was a thing of great beauty and terrible power. Unfortunately, it was stolen by the Nazis. With this, the golden age of moustache drew to an end. And the evil moustache, as exemplified by both Hitler and Stalin, was due for a terrifying and catastrophic rise to power.
And thus, so it began, in 1938. The war to end all wars. The Great War of the Stache.
For the first time in human history, having a moustache was seen as a negative thing, and the world itself was cloaked in darkness. So great was the tyranny of Hitler and Stalin against the good guy moustache that Abraham Lincoln himself in those days grew an entire beard sans moustache.
Enter, in 1943, a young 7-year-old boy.
His name, Tom Selleck. His moustache, grown through sheer force of will, a thing of beauty and glory.
With this moustache, he managed to challenge the evil powers, the great heavyweights of evil moustachery, Stalin and Hitler, at their own game. And it was only in 1947, in a brutal three-way cage match, that he was able to prevail.
And so, finally, those dark days drew to a close, and the moustache was once again seen, as it should be, as a symbol of masculinity, power, and general heroism.
In fact, 100% of the best blokes over history have had a moustache.
This is true. This is true. Examples such as Salvador Dali, Errol Flynn,
Johnny Depp, Hugh Jackman,
Al Pacino in Serpico,
Florence Nightingale, moustache.
Jesus, moustache. Betty White, moustache.
Campbell's father,
Moustache and beard. Mark Twain, moustache. Tony Abbott, no moustache.
Angela Merkel, moustache.
I don't know who that is.
She's a German chancellor.
She a bitch?
No, she's good.
She have a moustache?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Ah, leaves. It must be spring. As you can see, the moustache has had some serious...
And so, history itself reinforces the idea of the importance of the moustache. Every man, woman and child should grow one. That's a fact. That's science.
That's one reason why me and Cam are growing our moustaches at our very own this November.
That, and that we made a bet that we talked about before.
Yeah.
And on the bet subject, if you would like to donate to my moustache fund, you can do so with a box, probably here, maybe about there, probably there, probably gonna put it there.
Or you can donate to my moustache fund as well, which will be just here.
Yeah, that's good, out of frame. That's where I like it.
There we go. Get technical with that. It's all in the name of a good cause.
I'm gonna put a dick in his hands. Ba 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 ba.